Whatever.
Hey guys, and I am back. Yes, it's been a while. I'm having a lot of computer trouble, a lot of internet trouble, so bear with me if my videos don't come out as frequent as I'd like.
I went down to the beach and saw Kiki. She was all like, and I'm like,
My
whatever.
hair right now, just to cover something out of the way, just got out of a braid out. Let me explain. It's the winter time, and as I explained before, I like to wear a lot of protective styles in the winter time because when it starts snowing and it gets cold and other stuff, I'd really rather not have my own hair out. So it was before that I was wearing braids, but after really deciding to stick to my new basic hair routine, which is in my little videos, the videos that I make, called a basic hair routine, and it's for both relaxed and natural, so check it out. I decided to really start doing that because I went through a slump and I really wasn't taking care of my hair the best that I could, and I could tell because it was getting dry and really, really brittle. I had decided to stop wearing braids because I wasn't able to wash and condition my hair every week with the braids in. Now, eventually, I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to put them in when it gets like really like biting. I don't want to be outside cold. Um, Still up to deciding. In the meantime, I've been wearing wigs, and I really, really, I don't like having the same style for a long time, so I like to change like my wig styles really, really often. So I get synthetic, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube reviews, and I love the reviews that everybody else is doing. Thank you to everybody. If you're watching this and you've done a review on a wig or something, thank you because you helped my decision of picking out a style be a lot easier. Um, so I've been wearing a lot of wigs and synthetic wigs at that. Now I must admit, after wearing like my hair out all summer and really being like natural, go, it feels a little awkward. It feels a little awkward wearing wigs. It's not like it's weave and I have to straighten my hair to fit it. It's it's still, I don't know, like I know that nobody's really gonna really rationally believe that it's my hair, but for some odd reason I feel really awkward and I haven't quite gotten to the bottom of what that is yet. But when I do find out, I'll let you all know because somebody else might have the same problem. So with that said, what I do is I braid my hair. I do the shampoo, the conditioning, and the deep conditioning once a week. And when I'm done, I take that, Kim A's little idea for a leave-in, I take that and I put that in my hair, and then I braid my hair in like a circle going around my head, like one long cornrow going in a circle around my head, all there, nothing's left out. And at the end of the week, when it's time for me to do my routine of shampooing and conditioning and deep conditioning, then I like to throw it up in this nice little pinup style, pinned up in the back and pinned it up on the side and all of that. And it's a nice braid. I'll probably actually wear like this for Thanksgiving, but my hair has been loving me for it. It's really, really growing and it's getting a lot healthier. And I'm thinking, geez, I'm kind of getting scared. I'm really at a point where I really, really want to retain length, and um, and I don't mind wearing other styles while I'm at it. The straight, the curly, the wavy, the flipped, like all those things. I love, love, love changing my look. And changing colors at that. I got to wear my blonde for a little bit with one of my wigs.
Whatever.
I'm gonna put up a picture of one, probably right now.
It's up to me and she's all like, hey, aren't you that dude? I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Let me say that synthetic wigs are different than human hair wigs. You might go, well, duh. No. Okay, seeing how some people treat their synthetic hair is kind of what shortens the lifespan of the wig, and it really messes up the style and they don't know how to work with it or what to do. Let me give you some basic synthetic hair care tips because I thought more people would know some of the things that I know about taking care of synthetic hair or what the expectations should be working with them, but apparently they don't. So I'm just going to explain it. Okay? Alright. Synthetic hair wigs 101.
I'm at the pool hall and this girl comes up and she's all like, and I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Synthetic hair is not human hair. You cannot put heat on synthetic hair. Sometimes if you can put heat on synthetic hair, it'll be 120 degrees. It'll say something like that. But it's not in your best interest to use any kind of heat on any kind of synthetic hair because it's really burning the synthetic fibers. And some synthetic weave and wigs just shrink up. That's it. Your weave's dead. Sorry. Other ones that kind of claim to have something in between, I have had those and I have used the heat, and it went all right. But what you notice is that after straightening or using the heat on synthetic hair, it'll start to tangle more and it'll get harder, and over time the texture will change. So it's not in your best interest, even though they say, oh yeah, you can use heat on it. It's not in your best interest, really, to use it. That was tip number 1. Tip number 2, the longer your synthetic weave, the more likely it is to tangle. The more longer and the more thicker your synthetic weave is, the more likely it is to tangle and get matted and other things. And like I said, that's mainly because when you got like the longer ones, you have a lot of body heat and you do a lot of stuff. And where it's most likely to tangle is right back in the neck area. If the hair lays, like, I'll probably flash another picture. When the hair lays in the back down like that or around your face, you have a lot of body heat coming out of your head, out of your body, especially in the wintertime. You're bundling up, all the heat goes up and out. So all that back there at the nape of it, I believe, will start to get more tangled, and that'll really start to get matted. And the first thing people think, gotta grab the oil sheen. So that leads us to tip number 3. Oil sheens and other sheens contain a lot of alcohol, and as we know about alcohol, what does it do? It dries hair out. Same goes for weaves. It dries your weaves and your wigs out. So I found that when I use synthetic hair for even my braids, I won't put so much gel in it. I'll rarely put gel on my braids, and that doesn't mean I walk around like a puffball. It means that I don't put it on like every night. Because what happens is there's alcohol in some of the gels that we use for our hair weaves, such as bang, oops, jam. And honestly, we want to believe it's great, but if you look on the back, there's a lot of chemicals in this that will probably are prone to stripping the moisture from both your hair and the weave and the wig. Another popular one is this one, African Pride. I believe that's what it's called. African Pride, African Essence, point is that also dries it out very, very quick. So when you're dealing with synthetic hair braids, it's not in your best interest to put on gel every night. When you're doing a synthetic wig or weave, I actually tend to not put anything on it. I know it sounds funny, and if I put anything on it, it's probably like a little bit of oil, because it helps give it the slick to keep the tangles out. Now you might go, oil? This weave is shiny enough. Like, you ever get synthetic and it's so shiny that it's like plastic, and you're like, oh well, that's a cute hairstyle, but that looks completely fake. The little trick, ladies, that is circling around YouTube, and I'm glad I found it, is to put either cornstarch or baby powder on your wig. Now for the last wig, I'll show you the picture again. This is my United States of whatever. It smelled like it was made from a car tire. It was a cute wig. Don't get me wrong. It smelled like a car tire, and it drove me crazy. So I thought it would be in my best interest to use the baby powder, and it definitely worked to use the baby powder. So that's what I personally recommend. It gives it a nice smell. Like, another tip. The shorter your hair weave, the longer it will last, simply because it's not exposed and there's not as much manipulation. With the long one I had, the bang came down so low, and it was irritating my eyes and my eyebrows, and I'm going like this all day, my forehead itches. It was a cute wig, but it needed a trim. So you know what happened? My sister has, she's also natural, and she's been doing the protective styles thing. I've been encouraging her. She made one. This is my United States of whatever. You might want to consider other alternatives to doing your hair. The main goal here is that you're doing these things to either A, get a new style, or B, keep your hair healthy. Why not be able to do those two things at once? You can have a great style and still be conscious of the health of your own hair. I'm compromising my health for the look of something. And no straightening for me, which is why the bump hairs, once again, are a really great choice for those of you that want a really cute short to medium style that don't want to have anything left out. This is about synthetic hair, by the way. The longer it is, the shorter its lifespan is probably going to be. If it's long and thin, you might get a good amount of wear out of it because that means less hair to tangle and get bulky. But if you got like a thick synthetic wig, it's not probably going to last that long. The other tip was to cut out all the oil sheen on both your hair and the synthetic and human hair wigs. Has a lot of alcohol in it and it'll dry your hair out. Third tip was, or I don't know, 2.5. No gels as well. That goes with the other one. The other one was try to put nothing, and if anything, probably like an oil of some sort because it gives it the slick. Then I'm just not going to count. The next one was the cornstarch and baby powder, keeping that shine off of your hair. You don't need a lot. You don't have to turn your hair white on it or yellow or whatever. You just take some, smack it, and then take it through. That's all it takes. And also, if you're looking to really have like a really good protective style without having your edges out and still straightening, you want to keep your edges too, then getting the bump hair was another tip of mine. Another tip I want to give is about what you comb your hair with. You know what comb I want to burn? And I wish I had one because I think I already like snapped it. Barely any space, can't see through combs. I don't like those. Now sometimes they come with a tail. The tail's fine because it's good for parting your hair. But those small little teeth, they'll get these synthetic wigs. I've seen it so many times. Synthetic wigs. And the girl's like, oh, it tangles so easily. I just don't understand. I kind of thought of it as treating it like curly hair. You can't just building bad habits of just pulling and tugging and roughing. You know what? I feel bad for the weave. That's how painful it looks. It's really not in your interest to use those kind of techniques on synthetic wigs. It's not recommended because it's just going to tangle more. It's not human hair. If it was, I still wouldn't use that comb. Okay? Nothing. You get yourself a wig brush. Wig brushes help reduce that whole static thing that can happen. They keep the hair intact, and they don't. The same thing when it comes to our hair. You don't want to use anything that's going to really damage the cuticle of our strands. You don't want to get anything that's going to rough up and tough and pull and scrape away at our hair. Wig brushes really help maintain the health, I don't know any other way of putting it, the health and style of your synthetic wig. So in your best interest to stop using those thin tooth combs, stop combing it all the time. Like people that have micro braids and they comb it, they're braids. They're braids. These expectations even on fake hair. Really? Really? I don't want to make this a two-part. So, I'm going to cut it there, okay? No more thin combs. Stop putting alcohol in your hair. But, I mean, I never want to make it seem like I'm telling people what to do. Like, these are both from my experience and from other people's experiences. If you want to either wear your hair even or just the synthetic wig, is the whole point of all those things, if not to change your hairstyle and look, because we all want a new look here and there, but you shouldn't be damaging your own hair for the sake of 1 or 2 hairstyles or even a million hairstyles. Okay, the whole point is that when you take that wig off, that you still have hair on your head, unless you have a medical condition. I'm not meaning to offend anybody. But the point is that if you are a person that's looking to grow your hair by wearing wigs and weaves, heed everything that I've said, because I can tell you right now my hair is really benefiting from not having it out and then putting the moisture and sealing in the moisture and keeping I'm preserving my hair, and it's really growing and it's really thanking me for it in a sense. Now I kind of zipped through this. Hopefully it came out in a way that you can really understand and take in and know that I mean it all for the best. I really do. I would like to see everybody happy with themselves and their hair and their hairstyles and being confident in them, whether it's your hair or something else. So that's what it all comes down to, right? So remember, healthy hair is good hair, and remember to take care of yourself and take care of your hair. Alrighty guys, I'll see you later.